It's hot work up there on the roof. You want to get it done and get down fast. Roofing and Sheet Metal Centre supply all your roofing needs. No need to shop around. All made with Aussie Colorbond steel. rscentre.com.au.
Every Monday right throughout the season, we'll be having a chat to Daniel Talia, all thanks to McGain Real Estate. McGain Real Estate, sold by McGain again. And I reckon the big man might just be a little bit keener, even if that's possible, to get out there after the weekend's performance. Tales, we didn't see that coming.
No, to be honest, I didn't think we'd get out of the blocks like that. It was an unbelievable game, and it was amazing to watch. It was just there was elation in the stands. There were people crying. There was all sorts of emotion. I was looking around the crowd at some of the efforts from Tex and Sam Berry and some of these guys, Jordan Butts and the emotion on people's faces. It's what you love about footy. And you're right. I was I wasn't out there because it looked like an unbelievable feeling to be part of that 22 on the weekend, or 23 would have been just unbelievable. It was a great game.
I was saying earlier, I did the game with Blighty, and in the first 15 or 30 seconds, the ball went to the outer side and Brodie Smith was involved in a tackle or a smother or something. And look, it wasn't a huge passage of play, but he had about half a dozen players got around him really quick, and I thought, gee, they're up and about.
He made a contest.
But they maintained that intensity for 4 quarters, and that got the crowd so invested. As Rooch said, I haven't heard the crowd that invested for a long time. Adelaide supporters have had it pretty good for a long time. They've always been accustomed to, having a good chance of winning games, and they perhaps don't get as loud as they should when they're down. But they could sense when Geelong was coming, and they rallied.
Yeah, I think the crowd really played into the underdog status. We had so many young guys out there that just were expected to get a bit like pre-season. We didn't, as Rich said before, we didn't have a great pre-season, and we haven't shown much in the pre-season. But the guys on the weekend come out, and I'm not sure what they spoke about before the game, but they come out with energy and intent, and I think that's why the crowd really bought in, that will to just go at the man and attack Geelong for 120 minutes straight, and at times no regard for his safety. Brodie Smith was diving everywhere. Guys were just putting their head over the ball, crashing in and taking it to a more senior Geelong. So I think that the crowd really bought into that and loved that style of footy. And it was amazing to watch. It was one of the bigger upsets I've ever witnessed. And I can't remember a better game. Probably going back to 2017, maybe that prelim. But sort of watching from the Adelaide Footy Club, it was an amazing effort.
Daniel, we've been waiting to see what Matthew Nicks would bring to the Adelaide Footy Club. We've been wondering about what sort of footy you want you to play, and we've heard about defence, we've heard about the contest, but I gather now we're also going to talk about attacking footy.
Yeah, I think so. I think the thing that allows you to do that is that pressure, and once you're able to turn the ball over in good spots or win it from the contest, your attack and your ball movement looks so good. And I think that's what we got on the weekend. We had a lot of composure with the ball, and we were able to go slow at times and chip through them. But then at times we were able to just win it from the contest and use our hands and go forward and hit up guys like Tex and Billy Frampton and even guys like Ned McHenry and Tom Lynch. They were on the end of everything. So the forward line just looked completely different and so exciting because we were able to get that ball movement going for the first time in, really 18 months, the way we want to go about it. So, it looks really exciting. And I think the thing that, sets it up is that hunger and intent to hit the man. And, we loved watching it. And there were some great clips in the review to Savo about how we did that.
Tommy Lynch, sometimes he can look a little bit slow, but you can't undersell his football IQ, and he made a hell of a difference. 17 touches, but went at 94%. His decision-making was brilliant on the weekend.
Yeah, I think Tommy's always been great with ball in hand. You remember back to 2017 when we were able to move the ball quick. Him and Tex, they're both leading players. So if you can get the ball out in space and actually get it to them one-on-one on the lead, not only do they mark it and kick goals, but they're able to roll and use their amazing foot skills. So I think we saw that from Tommy. He had 3 or 4 where inside 50 he just hit the leading target or got on the end of one himself and kicked a goal, and he's one of our better ball users. So, we love having him in the team, and it was great for him because he's been out of the side the last couple of weeks, and he put his hand up and really showed how valuable he is.
Daniel, I get the feeling you would have been like a proud father watching that game on the weekend. Jordan Butts had a big job against Tommy Hawkins. 10 possessions, kept into to 2-2, took 3 marks, probably dropped 3 or 4, but gee, I thought he was good.
Mate, I am. I'm so proud of him on the weekend. We've sort of been working on a lot in the last 5 or 6 weeks, and to be honest, I really wasn't surprised. If you watch the preseason, he was one guy who actually, under the pump really stood up, and he played on Charlie Dixon 2 weeks in a row, and I ran into Charlie on King William Road the other day here on this side of the city, and he was pumping up, how good Jordan Butts was and how quick and sort of how hard he was to play on. So, when you get compliments like that from one of the best forwards in the comp, you're doing something right. And he took the task beautifully. He couple intercepts marks early, got him going, and he just wore Hawkins like a glove. So, look, I was so proud to be able to stand up in a big way in a big game was huge for Butsy, and I know the boys really appreciated the job he did. So let's hope he can do it again this week. He might have to play on Buddy Franklin, who's apparently back in this week. So it doesn't get any easier as a young key back, but he's relishing doing the job at the moment. We love what he's doing.
Daniel, tell us about what it was like when the team came into the change rooms at the end of the game. There was more than just singing a club song. From the vision that we saw from the broadcast, the way in which players looked at each other, cared for each other, hugged each other, tells us there's something more than just singing a club song after a win that night.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was just a moment where, probably 18 of our 22 guys had career best games. We have a lot of young guys in the team, and then a lot of guys who have been in and out, and I think there was a real sense of, everyone playing their role and just having fun doing it. We've had a really tough couple of years, and to be able to, stick together and get through it as a club, and then, put out a performance like that when no one gives you a chance, it really was an amazing feeling. And it wasn't just the guys playing; it was the whole, squad in there celebrating together, and it was an amazing feeling. Look, I haven't been better involved in something better, as I said, since 2017, the prelim, and for a senior player to say that, in round one game is incredible. So the boys that went out on the weekend, as I said, I'm so proud of them, and let's hope they can do it, not just one week, but going forward we can keep that level. I think you were saying before, someone called in and said that's the blueprint of what we want to do, and they're exactly right. That's the standard now, and let's see if we can, keep it going the next few weeks. Yeah,
it won't be easy against Sydney. I reckon they're on the up. Just quickly, highly unlikely Luke Brown will be there, Jake Kelly and Mitch Hinge. Who's likely to come in?
Yeah, it's going to be a hole there down back, and we'll be able to fill it. I think there's a few guys that can come in. We've got Nick Murray, who's played really well in the preseason, and he was probably in line to debut last week, but hurt his ankle a couple of days before round one. So he's a key back who's looking likely this week if he can get through training. So there's an exciting one for us, and then we've got some older heads. We've got Dave McKay who can come in and play a role. I'm just trying to think who will replace Hingy. There's a few guys back there. We've got Fish McGasey who's in line as well. So we've got a few guys who can come in and play a role, and I'm sure a few guys will be putting their hand up because you're right, there's probably 3 spots there that we'll have to fill. So we'll see how it goes.
Tales, 10 seconds. We have to go to a break. 10 seconds. You're 3-2-1 from Adelaide. Ooh. On the weekend.
Oh, text 3.
Yep.
We go Jordan Butts 2, and I'm going to give Sam Berry 1. I thought he was incredible in his first game.
Really? All right, we'll debate that. Hey, we love chatting to your Tales. We'll do it every Monday. Wouldn't have got Sam Berry in there, but look, it was a nice debut. All thanks to McGain Real Estate, sold by McGain again.
It's not folklore, it's fact that country footy brings local communities and its people together. Visit countryfootyscores.com.au. Delivered by Red Energy and TAC. Get your country footy fix and all the latest results at countryfootyscores.com.au.